error. From the errors of others, a wise man corrects his own. An error is a blunder when it is repeated. Error is a natural accompaniment of the struggles and aspirations of man. To err is human, to forgive is divine. Any man worth his salt will stick up for what he believes right, but it takes a slightly bigger man to acknowledge instantly and without reservation that he is in error. It is no disgrace to acknowledge an error. Without error, there can be no such thing as truth. An error gracefully acknowledged is a victory won. The last error should humble, but we should never permit even the greatest to discourage us. Essential. At the beginning of each day, carefully determine what are the really essential things you should do, then give them first attention. Distinguish between essentials and non-essentials. Your development of common sense will be greatly assisted by the formation of regular habits of discriminating between that which is not really essential and that which is. Just as one need not exhaust a spring to quench his thirst, so we need not know everything to live. Humanity lives and always has lived on certain elemental provisions. We can live successfully and die without knowing plenty. It would be nice to talk Latin, Spanish, French, Italian, or Greek, but unless it is essential to my livelihood, it is not essential. It is essential for every man to develop his inner qualities, for this is your real wealth. To have peace of mind, faith, hope, joy, love, courage, constructive thoughts, good judgment, enthusiasm, awareness, a sense of humor, spiritual fiber, integrity, fidelity, humility. The success I seek is the product of all these qualities. A great and wise man has well said, "It is absolutely essential that I enjoy God." Essential because time will pass, things will perish, human relationships will cease, and the brightest prospects of our most exciting hopes will become blank and barren. Nor is this the musing or frustrated disillusionment. It is the common experience of men everywhere. Eternity. Our beliefs in a rich future life are of little importance unless we coin them into a rich present life. We do not know what to do with this short life, yet we want another which will be eternal. Face to face with eternity, the great thing is to walk grandly toward it. The thought of eternity consoles for the shortness of life. The eternity before the world and after is without our reach, but that little spot of ground which lies betwixt those two great oceans, this we are to cultivate. To last an eternity requires an eternity of preparation. Only excellence counts. Only achievement endures. ethics. Ethics and equity and the principles of justice do not change with the calendar. Ethics is the science of human duty. Ethical behavior is concerned above all with human values, not with legalisms. Ethics is a silver thread in the fabric of our daily business life. It is always visible to the perceptive eye. It takes on a luminous glow when we perceive that ethical practices are part of the spiritual fiber of the man in management. If we were half as concerned about our own ethics as we are about the other fellows, there would be no serious problem. Conscience dictates that virtue is an end itself. Conscience dictates that virtue is an end itself, not a pragmatic means to a material end. The compensation comes with satisfaction in doing unto others as you would have them do unto you. Doing it without public incentive is good business ethics in both policy and principle. A man without ethics is a wild beast loosed upon this world. The first consideration of medical ethics concerns the duty of the patient. Business ethics ought to follow the same pattern. I pledge myself as follows: to realize that I am a business or professional man, ambitious to succeed, but that I am first an ethical man and wish no success that is not founded on the highest justice and morality. To use my greatest endeavor to elevate the standard of the calling in which I am engaged, and to conduct myself in such a way that others may find it wise, profitable, and conducive to happiness to follow my example. Events. The greatest events often arise from accidents. I claim not to have controlled events, but confess plainly that events have controlled me. Life is not dated merely by years. Events are sometimes the best calendars. There are epochs in our existence which cannot be ascertained by a formal appeal to the register. All the events of our life are materials of which we can make what we will. It often requires an event in life, and an unexpected one, to make us clearly aware of the existence of feelings which have long influenced us. God made every man to have power to be mightier than the events round about him, to hold by his firm will the reins by which all things are guided. Events are never absolute. Their outcome depends entirely upon the individual. Evil. Evil is the lack of cooperation with the law. Evil is another name for ignorance. Work keeps at bay three great evils: boredom, vice, and need. Evil often triumphs but never conquers. The true rule in determining to embrace or reject anything is not whether it have any evil in it, but whether it have more of evil than of good. There are few things wholly evil or wholly good. Almost everything, especially of government policy, is an inseparable compound policy of the two, so that our best judgment of the preponderance between them is continually demanded. Pray for the wisdom to recognize evil and the strength to resist it. Tolerance of evil is a dangerous error, for no one is free to behave just as he pleases. Anyone who allows himself to indulge in intemperance, idleness, slander, or any other vice should be considered as a public enemy. The greatest evils are from within and from ourselves. Also, we must look for the greatest good. Listen, avoid the evil, and it will avoid thee.